What's up, everyone? Aaron Nagler here for PackersNews.com. I'm here with Michael Cohen from the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel in his second day down in Mobile, Alabama, taking in everything having to do with the Senior Bowl. Michael, obviously another day of practice, another day, another round of taking in the sights and sounds. Who jumped out at you, either on the field, off the field? What did you observe down there in Mobile today?
Well, one guy that sort of caught my attention, and this was partially because I was going to focus on him anyway a little bit, was the Wisconsin product, Troy Fumagalli, the tight end that obviously had a terrific season for the Badgers this year. And I got a chance to see him in a couple different settings. We saw him in one-on-ones against some linebackers and some safeties, and then we saw him in some team reps, 11-on-11 stuff. And the thing that really jumps out about him is he's not a blazing speed guy. Like, he's not going to run straight line the way Jared Cook did. But for whatever reason, he's really good at creating space from guys. And I was sitting with a couple personnel people watching some of this, and they basically said the same thing that, when you look at his 40 time whenever he runs at the combine, it's not going to wow you. But when you watch the tape, he finds ways to get open. He was making contested catches over the tops of guys, showing the things that you want to see in terms of adjusting in the air. And so I think for a guy who maybe didn't have the greatest day on day one yesterday, day two on Wednesday, he certainly stepped it up and showed more in line with what his film showed throughout the season.
Now, obviously, the Packers will be in need of help at the tight end position, whether it's Richard Rodgers moving on, the absolute drama around Martellus Bennett earlier in the year. That's a position they have to overhaul. Could he possibly be a target for the Packers?
I think it's one of those situations where if there's going to be any prospect in the draft that they probably feel like they know a ton about, this might be the guy at that position simply because geographically he's right there. They can send multiple guys to Wisconsin to go look at him. And, I think he could be in play because he's not a guy that's going to go in the first round. So Ted and Brian Gutekunst and all these guys that are evaluating them don't have to feel like, oh my God, we used our first round pick on a tight end. But
Right.
he's a guy that is not so far deep into the fourth and fifth and sixth rounds that you're not getting a ton of value. So come the middle rounds, if he's there and if their evaluation is similar to what I heard from other personnel people, then I could see him certainly being an option for them to consider.
There you go. All the latest from Mobile, Alabama. Michael's got all the latest at the Senior Bowl. Make sure you're checking all his stuff out at PackersNews.com.